Alright, Fed's gonna go ahead and clean the motor. Alright, the motor is cleaned up. You can't tell a huge visible difference on the camera, but it is way cleaner. There was a ton of grease on everything, especially the gearbox. That looks way cleaner. I can see, I didn't know that was like a red color before. It was dark. Alright, Fed, explain your painting plans for this.
We're gonna paint everything black, and a couple things like the valve cover, this portion of the
High ram.
power pack ram, and maybe like the alternator bracket and wrinkle red.
Nice. I convinced him to do wrinkle red because wrinkle red always looks sick, and it goes with the red. So it'll be really clean black, have a couple poppy wrinkle red. I think it'll be a nice clean look. I also talked him out of doing everything in gunmetal. This kid always flies by my house and drives really fast. If you're watching this, please don't do that. You make it look like we're driving really fast and it makes me look bad. Please don't do that. Respect our neighbors. There's children playing here. That's why we drive slow in neighborhoods.
There are children in here.
There seriously are children. Like up this street, every time I come home, there's kids playing outside. That's why I always go the speed limit. Yeah.
The knack of like letting the ball roll.
Every time I drive by, they let the ball roll in the middle of the street and run out in front of me.
Yeah.
So please, Jetta guy, you're cool. Just drive slow in my neighborhood, or in neighborhoods in general. Anyway, yeah. So next step, paint, and then how do you do it? How do you make the noise? There you go.
Yeah.
I can't do that whistle scoot noise. This is Fed's painting process, just so you all know. Very thorough, very detailed. He was a professional painter back in the Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't even need to mask off anything. Mask off anything.
This is the future of painting.
Future. So you guys are learning new ways right now. I wonder how flamed you're gonna get, or if truck people don't care. What do you think? I think it's
I'm just making everything black. So just trying to get rid of all this like flaky orange plate or yellow paint. The only way to really do that would be to completely strip this thing down, which the first time I go mudding is going to get covered in mud.
That's
Unless
true.
you scrub it down, it's always going to look kind of like hazy with mud. So just trying to get rid of
I
it.
just wonder how painting the alternator coils and stuff
Well,
works.
some already painted it, so I'm not painting the alternator coils, I'm painting the paint
on the alternator, because you're just adding to it. It's insulation, actually.
Yeah, I mean at that point, basically.
We're gonna do a snap thing on this too. It actually looks way better than I expected. Holy shit. So these will be wrinkle red, and so will the intake, but just not right now. So we'll update you guys when we get to the next step of the process, or should I say when Fed gets to the next step of the process.
Yeah, I actually need to figure out how those motor mounts bolt on, because I don't know which is left or which is right.
Or which way they bolt on.
Yeah, because I'm not even sure if maybe one of those is swapped over before, you know. I don't think so, because there's still grease all over them. He included that for free.
Well, we'll figure it out, I guess. Alright, Fed. What is today?
Today is Tuesday.
Okay.
And on Tuesday.
Alright, so that's all you guys need to know. Alright, go ahead. Continue.
Today's 2 nights.
Come on, spit it
We're
out.
putting the Cummins in.
We're putting the old Cummins in. I always say some really dumb stuff when I'm filming videos of this project, Fed. I don't know what it is. Alright, so that's the plan. Can you explain the motor mount situation to the viewers and show me what's going on with that, so that they know what we're struggling with right now?
So the motor mounts are not symmetrical, and the mounts on the truck are symmetrical, like a 1/2 inch difference. So we're just gonna put it on there and see what happens.
Alright, I like that plan.
If it's either that or start drilling holes, but there's no reason to do that because these are OEM mounts on the OEM mounts in OEM locations.
So it should work just fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just gonna go for it.
So it's like
Anthony over there doing wheelchair wheelies.
one-handed wheelchair wheelies.
Zero, no hands, no hand it. Oh, come on. Weak sauce.
Hold on, I got you right now.
Let's see it, let's see it. Oh.
Oh.
It's all in the legs, it's all in the legs.
Look at my legs, I don't got good legs.
You gotta balance the legs, man. There you go.
Fucking got it, man. We lit.
Oh, killing it. All right, so I didn't show you guys the painting process for the engine bay. A bunch of comments were that I should have, but it was too late. But it's all painted with the same lackadaisical effort that Fed used on the motor. Engine bay is cleaned. Oh, these are the new motor mounts that are on. It's ready to go in. So I'm gonna stop talking and dragging this on. Alright, so right now our problem is, it looks like the only way to get the shifter off is this entire plate, which we don't want to do because putting that back on under the truck, I don't even know how you would do that. So we need to get the motor to tilt far enough to get that shifter down below this firewall for the trans tunnel. So we are ratchet strapping the motor up to tilt it because we have this on the back hook, which seems wrong, but that's about perfectly balanced. So it's adjusting where the weight is with this ratchet straps.
On the phone while we're like in the critical moment.
Oh, okay, I gotta go. Wait, sorry.
You gotta do the other side too, then. You gotta do the other side.
No, this has to be. Let's do more time.
No, we're gonna have to pull the motor out. I see some right behind the opening.
Fine.
Engine hoist hitting frame. We need to move to the front hook.
Chain. Not real.
Chain's still super loose. Oh. That did something. Still got a third ratchet strap.
Yeah, this is one of those like heavy duty triple ratchet strap jobs. You take the weight off and just push it by hand.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay, there. Okay, okay. We're almost there. We're on the brake button. Go.
Alright, so now the problem is the transfer case keeps getting stuck on this bracket, which I need to go up. The shifter is also touching the trans tunnel up there. And now the pan is sitting on the axle. So we're gonna try to lift the frame up like that. I gotta go back to work here.
3?
3 or 1? There you go, go. Alright, so we are at the point now where it is time to cut the hole for the shifter, otherwise we're not getting that thing in there. Fed said it earlier, this is the perfect example of shoehorning an engine into something. I don't know if you guys remember, but when you're a kid, like you have the shoe thing, you stick it right here and like helps you put your shoe on, shoehorning. Same concept, just with the engine.
It's way further along. 3 inches?
2 or 3 inches.
So I got so much use out of my little tiny light that we use that I got a bigger light. Because since it's Florida and it's super hot, we always work on stuff at night. This one's meant to go on a hood. It's a Milwaukee light. Puts out like, I don't know, I think like 950 lumens. It's gotta be more than that because this thing's super bright. But you can like twist it. But we don't have a hood, so we're just doing it like this. But lights are game changers when you work at night. Invest in good lights. I'll put the link to this one below. It's super baller, really nice. Nice rubber hooks and stuff. well worth the money.
So we're drilling a hole to let a sawzall go through.
Oh, the insulation doesn't help.
And we're learning that insulation.
Insulation catches the bit. You're supposed to drill a pilot hole, but
This is our pilot hole.
yeah, can you give me a small bit? We've got the first hole drilled. So basically that's just gonna get a point to stick the sawzall in and start cutting. Straight line, over, down, back. So we got our whole shifter hole. Looks like, I'm assuming he kept the carpet for it. That's all we had to drill. Ow. I face planted the dash there. My head hurts. Leave me alone. Let the sawzall this shit out. Do it. Oh my god. Oh.
Well,
By the way, tiki torches are a great idea in Florida to get the bugs away, but not when that happens.
yeah, maybe tiki torch is not made of really flammable wood.
They're all made of that though.
Yeah. So this is why you don't leave a tiki torch unattended.
Yep, now you know. The more you know. Oh my lord. You missed this hole up here, Fed. I don't know how you could manage. Thing rips. I just can't handle it, dude. It's like riding a freaking mechanical bull. Come back on this one. So as you can see, the shifter, oh, it's so dark. The shifter is right there. So we're super close to getting it back through this hole. The hole should be almost perfect, which is pretty good for just kind of eyeballing it and using like a tape measure to figure out where exactly it's gonna be.
But not using a tape measure.
Not using a tape measure for the measurement part, yeah, exactly.
A string would have done the same.
Yeah, it's a piece of 2x4, it doesn't matter.
One piece of 2x4.
One piece of 2x4.
Go down and rotate the transfer case that way.
It needs to go this way anyway.
Huh?
It needs to come this way anyway.
Oh, okay, well then that's the problem.
No, like, I mean, it needs to line up with the shifter hole, but I don't know that it actually needs to. All right, hold on. So, shifter is in. Not the best alignment there. It should come back a little bit more, but we kind of were off on our hole. That's okay. This is a truck. Pretty bad. All right, so this motor mount, Feb was fighting with these for a while, trying to figure out exactly what to do with them. But realistically, it needs to be rotated to put the slot on this side, which would be perfect and lined up. But you can't rotate it because of this. Can you rotate the other side?
No.
No, okay.
If you rotate the other side, it makes the problem worse.
Okay,
It's already rotated in like the better.
got it. So we need to push the back of the motor over that way some, and then hopefully we should be able to drop it on. I came with way better positioning for this light.
Okay, so the motor actually needs to go that way.
All right, so we got one of the motor mounts in, and we put a nut on it so that as we jiggle stuff around, hopefully it won't pop out. There's a chance we'll have to take that nut back out, but hopefully not. So at least we have one motor mount in. We got the other motor mount on. Fed is threading it on now.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. This is realistically the home stretch for bolting in the motor because we're gonna have to fab something up for the trans mount. So see what else we have to do after this. But the motor is essentially in.
You might get lucky about fabbing stuff.
We might.
A lot of people have just had to drill 2 new holes and use a factory.
Oh, I see, for the studs that poke through.
But this is a Canyon Sport, and I don't know if those are different, but I have a skid plate and a whole bunch of other stuff going on.
Dude, it looks sweet in there. Anthony was like, I'm gonna go eat real quick and come back. And the motor's already in half an hour later.
But like really like 2 hours later.
So the motor is in. You guys will have to wait for some better shots in the day whenever we work on this next, which will be soon because Fed's shooting to get this done before we move. We are planning to move away from this house, moving to another house with a bigger garage. Haven't found one yet, but we're trying. Final thoughts on today? Make them short, sweet, and concise because I have something I want to say too.
GDC.
Come on, not that short, sweet, and concise. Let's go. I don't know what you mean.
Oh, okay.
How do you feel about it? You happy? You stoked?
Yeah, I'm stoked. This is sweet.
Alright, so before I wrap this video up, there's one thing I want to say. You know, a lot of people have asked like how I learned to work on cars. I just kind of learned it by doing it. And it's just kind of like an experience thing. But something I find interesting is that like this project, for example, if this had been like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, like, I wouldn't have had a ton of experience and I would have stopped, you know, be like, oh man, there's no way this motor's going in, we can't get it to the crazy angle, whatever. But both me and Fed have done this enough times, we're like, we'll just keep working on it and we'll figure out a way to get it in. And now we have a Cummins in the Ramcharger without any YouTube video on how to do this or anything like that. We just figured it out ourselves, and that's just because of experience. So for anyone who wants to learn how to work on cars, just go out there, do it, help your friends if they need help, and learn. And that's all it is. It's just experience. Not saying we're great mechanics or anything. I mess up all the time, but I have enough experience where I don't get that freaked out and can try to figure things out. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Plenty more stuff to come on the Ramcharger. We are getting there. We're close. We're close. This is a long outro. I'm so sorry. I'll see you guys next video. Say bye, Fed / Anthony.
This is a production.